All right, yeah, I know you have that big match coming up with Travis tomorrow, but we'll cover a few things before we get to that point. I know you have that new YouTube channel. What made you want to start the YouTube thing?
All right, so I've been wanting to do it for a while. It's kind of been in the back of my mind. It's just like getting started, you know, like with anything, it's always is the hardest part is getting to where you enjoy doing something. And you know, I just got a new iPhone, so it's be better for recording and editing videos on my phone, and it'll just make it a whole lot easier.
What kind of content are you going to be putting in your channel?
Yeah, anything to do with arm wrestling, my training, my matches and tournaments, maybe some instructional videos like how to arm wrestle or certain workouts that I recommend, and you know, just whatever I feel like, anything to do with arm wrestling really.
Like handles and things like that, like pronation and all the basic stuff?
Yeah, I'll just what I like, the handles that I like to use, or maybe if somebody wants me to do a review of one of their handles, I could do something like that. See how it goes as it goes, you know.
Yeah, definitely. And what got you into arm wrestling in the first place?
That would be my father. He arm wrestled for 20 years or so, give or take. So I was always around it growing up as a kid.
Nice.
And when I was a kid, stayed in hotels and swam in the pools while he arm wrestled and all that shit. So
sweet. And how long have you been doing it all together?
I started in 2011 was my first competition. That was at Nationals in Buffalo, New York. And the first person I ever arm wrestled was Sam Harris.
Damn, okay.
A lot of people know who he is. If you don't, then you probably haven't watched a whole lot of arm wrestling videos yet. But I'm sure you'll find out who he is sooner or later.
Yeah. What weight did you start off at?
154 was my first ever. Yeah.
You come a long way since then.
Yeah, I've hit about 70 pounds.
Damn.
Well, 215 right now, but I've been up to, I think 225, 228 is the heaviest that I've been. And I know I could get heavier if I wanted to.
And going into the match, are you, was your goal kind of to be a lot heavier?
Well, this was, it was a last minute kind of match. So like, we didn't really have much time to prepare for it. So it's basically, I got the call and like, well, this is the weight that I'm going in at. So I'm about 215 right now.
Yeah, I know a lot of people were surprised when I saw you in Washington. They're like, how is this guy like 220 or whatever? They thought you were like 250 or something.
Yeah, I get that all the time. Yeah, I got small legs, so I
yeah.
Body.
So do you not train your legs at all?
No, I train them. They just don't like to. They don't have the same genetics as my upper body. You know, don't go. You know, sorry, I'm not a leg wrestler.
Yeah, definitely true. And without revealing too much of your game plan, I mean, do you have some sort of game? I know it's short notice, but I'm assuming you got some sort of game plan for the match?
With Travis, I think it's all the mind games.
Yeah. Are you expecting a lot of that going in?
Oh, I'm sure he's definitely going to talk a lot of trash. I'll just probably laugh at him.
And besides the training, obviously, I mean, what do you do to prepare for a big match like this? Do you watch video, things like that?
Yeah, just gather whatever information you can, watching videos, and decide what you think your best options are going to be.
Do you have any sort of competitors that you like? Let's say you're going to go against the Travis. Is there someone that is similar to him that you can kind of base off your strategy? Or how does that work?
No, that's a good point. Travis seems to like, he kind of like posts high in the setup, I believe, and he's like his chin, and it seems like he hits like high and like to the side, like really fast.
Mm-hmm.
So you could find somebody that pulls similar to that, who maybe has like similar levers, and just keep training with them. That would probably be the best way to get an idea of how to combat that.
And have you kind of approached this match any differently than, I know you just had a match with Andre. Are you approaching it any differently than you would for a match like that?
No, I'm really just, I train for the long term for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
I'll change a few things here and there if I got a specific match coming up that I know I need to be stronger in a certain area. Like, I don't know, say they're a strong top roller, I want to be able to contain them. I'll train my fingers and wrists harder. I actually do that anyway, so I can't really train them harder, but but you know what I mean.
What are your like long-term goals and short-term goals with arm wrestling in general?
Short-term goals is well, there's a lot of guys that I want to pull. Right now I still got a slight shoulder injury on the right arm from pulling Andre.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he's still bicep tear or whatever it was. Oh, we had a war, man.
I saw it. I was there.
Out of that unscarred. I'm still feeling it. I'm thinking about taking a couple weeks off of arm wrestling.
That's probably a good idea.
But what's your question again?
So is the short-term goals and the long-term goals, does it include, like, I know you're trying to do the YouTube thing. Are you trying to do like a lot of the self-promotion and trying to get your name out there that way?
Yeah. I don't really know where it's gonna take me. I'm just trying it out. I'm trying to turn it into a hobby, so it doesn't feel like work editing all these videos, and maybe if it gives me more opportunities for bigger matches, that's awesome. If I make money off of it someday, that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
Just gonna see where it goes.
Yeah, from my experience, I've seen like a lot of good arm wrestlers, but it's like no one's ever heard of them. So it's like, if they don't know about you, how do you get the opportunities? Do you feel like that's the case?
I've felt that several times throughout my career of arm wrestling. Really, you just got to keep getting better. You just got to keep training. You got to keep showing up to tournaments. You got to get noticed. You just gotta keep doing what you're doing. Same thing, only harder.